Hi everyone, this is Chad Shoop with Automatic Profits Alert, and I'm sure you've seen the headlines by now that the Dow is on a historic rally, that it's rising at a historic pace this year, and that it's just went through the quickest 1,000 point climb in its history from 25,000 on the Dow to 26,000. So the market is rallying at an incredible pace, and the Dow industrial stocks, just 30 stocks, are leading the market right now. And since you know that it's the Dow, though, there's an industry that's by default is being left behind, and that's the semiconductor sector. So the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, they're all lagging the Dow slightly, even though they're still in this nice rally. But the semiconductor sector is lagging all three of those. So it's really lagging the market right now. And there's a reason that it hasn't benefited the same from the tax reform rally and from the beginning of the year, this big rally in the stock market. And part of that is because tech stocks, semiconductor stocks in general, are not going to benefit the same from tax reform as industrial stocks or these other big conglomerates that have been paying higher taxes and now get to lower their tax rate. Tech stocks have worked their hardest to lower their tax bill, and that's benefited them in the past. But now that we have tax reform, they're just not going to see as much of a benefit. But that's okay. It's not going to hurt them either for the most part, even though I've seen headlines that a few stocks are going to be paying more in taxes. But in general, they're all still going to be okay, and they're all still going to be paying low tax rates. So this is not a reason to sell them, but it's the reason that they're lagging the market. And the other thing is that we just went through one of the biggest security chip flaws in our history, and it affected several semiconductor stocks. So that kind of weighed on the sector as well. But this recent pullback, which started back in the end of last year, the semiconductor stocks actually went through a 10% correction, which is pretty significant. We haven't had a correction like that in the stock market in quite some time. The biggest pullback last year in the stock market was just 3%. So, we're seeing a big correction in the semiconductor stocks. And now that the rally at the beginning of the year has picked up, the stocks have failed to hit that new high again. So the Dow's at a record level, at record highs, and climbing at a record pace. But the semiconductor stocks just can't keep up. They're not at a record high. They're not climbing at a record pace. But I don't want to sell them. This is the buying opportunity. This is a time to jump in. And that's because I look at the bigger picture. Do I think semiconductor stocks are going to continue to lag the market? And the answer is no. So they're going to be playing a little bit of catch up likely this year. And a big play on that is the Internet of Things. Now, I know some of you have heard about this. Some of you may have not. So just a quick overview is that the Internet of Things is the idea that everything is going to end up being a smart item. So you saw this past year, 2017, the hot selling item that year was smart speakers. Amazon and Google, they really sold a ton of smart speakers for the holiday time period. But we're going to end up seeing everything smart in our homes, from washer and dryers to stoves to your coffee pots to your toaster to your lamps. Everything is going to end up being smart. We have not seen that mass adoption yet. So smart speakers to me is kind of the equivalent of selling a smartphone. But we're not there yet seeing smart toasters take off, smart ovens take off, or smart washers and dryers being the standard in every home. But that's going to happen very soon. And as that builds up and as that continues to expand, the semiconductor stocks are going to benefit. They're going to see a massive rally, and they're going to continue to rally. And of course, it's not everybody's a winner. But most of these stocks that are going to play a part, they're going to have some sort of partnership, and they're going to be putting their chips, their sensors into these items that are going to be taking off and selling like crazy in the upcoming years. So you want to be a part of that, and you want to benefit from that. And an easy way is with the VanEck Vectors Semiconductor ETF. The ticker is SMH, and it's a great play on the semiconductor market. And you're going to be able to benefit from the catch-up period during this year, and then from the Internet of Things as we move forward. Well, that's all for my video today. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe to our page, like the video below, and continue following us. Until next time, this is Chad Shoop with Automatic Profits Alert.